The offset on the Onset is one of the first most noticeable features when you first pick up the Onset lacrosse head. Now, because not a lot of other lacrosse heads have this massive of an offset, there's often going to be some misconceptions about what the offset truly is designed for, along with the supporting features. First being cradling, shooting, and even ground balls. Now, how does it even do this? The offset gives more power per cradle. This is because the center point of rotation is further away from its center axis. All this means is that the ball is in a further arc away from where you're cradling, which means you get more power per each cradle. When you're shooting, because of the massive offset and the center point being further away from your hands, you're actually moving the ball into the sweet spot of the pocket sooner on your releases rather than later. This might lead into a delay when you pass or shoot, but what it does is help generate a little bit more power and accuracy behind everything you do. Even when you go down for ground balls, you're gonna feel the ball as it enters your stick. Again, this is because of the massive offset. As soon as that ball enters your stick, you're gonna know it's in there. And because of the massive cradling power you're gonna have, the less likely you are to lose the ball as you're running through checks. So does the offset give more whip then? No, it does not. Whip usually comes from a couple of different things. It usually comes from how you string, where your shooters are placed, and the overall engineering of the lacrosse set that you're using. Now, because the Onset does have a slow progressing rail instead of a nice arced, sharp rail, you're gonna reduce whip completely. When you look at a rail that is shifted down to the lower portion, you're usually gonna end up with a lower pocket. When you have one that's set up in a higher, as in the rail, you're gonna end up with a higher pocket, same with mid. The offset on the Onset is supported by a ton of different cool features that help everything work together. The sidewall structure is built to be like a bridge. When you face check with the Onset or push back on it, you'll notice that the lower portion is supporting all of that offset. This is because it pushes back into itself, just like a bridge would, helping create a nice balance between the entirety of the head. This is all complemented by a thick bottom throat, which gives that stiffness to the head that you see. This even goes to show the hole on the side of the head, which is also known as a parabolic circle or arc. What this does is help distribute the weight among the bottom portion of the head as well. So you have these three different things that work together to create and help support that offset structure. Because of the massive offset, you're gonna feel everything you do when you have the ball on your stick, and it's gonna change your game. That is the misconception on the Onset, going over the offset and the sidewall structure. Have other questions about the Onset that you want answered? Comment them down below or send us a direct message so we can get them answered for you in our next video of Misconception Talk.